this may not be sustainable, simply because the long-term trend flow is not in favor of a true reversal continuation. I think it might be like one of those violent weekend things that could happen like this, and trust me, once we see a candle like this again, it will not last anymore. It will continue down. This is the industry trend right now. This is retail trend, the second type of a trend driven by retail platforms. I fully expect this to eventually, I'm not saying it, I'm saying maybe this. The market is very interesting right now, but do not for a second think that people will get away with a V shape like this and continue higher. You are going to see a retest 100%. You may not like it, but you must accept it. We are going down, folks. It simply does not happen like this. Check this out. Right now on the 4-hour, we are bouncing or curling up a little to the upside to trap more bulls in, because there's a lot of bullish sentiment right now. Articles, people talking about things, you know, prospects, this and that. The anti-fiats, yes, they will rise. Crypto, gold, not like this. Let me tell you that this and I mentioned this how many days ago. Now I see people getting featured on some crypto channels or something. Like the Moon was featured for saying that, you know, we can see 2K. Check out the date when I posted 2K Bitcoin. Now I would like to tell you that this is a very simple estimation of why we will see lower lows. A very simple estimation. First of all, for this to truly reverse, we need to post a higher high. Do you understand that this is approximately 9,175 currently? Not counting these higher highs. This 1, 2, and one more spike up, 3, will be an instant reversal. We go as high as 7475. A flame out wick that will slap us so hard to the downside that people will lose their shit. They will lose their shit. This is going to be a very, very surprising move to many once Bitcoin traps enough people in this range. I'll tell you that bull markets, reversals, macro and micro, do not start with falling volume. They also do not start with the lack of the echo of the initial leg down. There's simply no such thing as a simple one-time sell-off and then no continuation, no retest of that, no demoralization stage. That hasn't happened yet. Everyone is getting excited right now. Let them. I'm going to short this and buy Bitcoin lower. Simple as that. This volume was and is so apparent. It was here for days. Starting from here. I mean, if you go back a few videos over here, I was like, nope, this is not sustainable. This is not gonna. There's simply no such thing as a reversal or bull market that starts with falling volume like this after the initial violent sell-off. This is enough evidence for me to suggest that this channel will be the true bear flag and the end the final shakeout of all the fundamentalists right now. We have a rising wedge on OBV, and then we also have a trend that's actually pierced below already. Now it's trying to recover, but it might not be able to do that on 4 hours. It might actually get rejected by this little top or lower high, like this orange line over here, and then really fall down. Really fall down. So just to let you know, this volume is everything. Everything that we need to know about the current state of Bitcoin right now. Look at this volume here. Got rejected pretty hard with this volume. And then this was so powerful. People were talking about 20k and 100k. This is the beginning of the end. That's it. Never happened. Never happened because there was no volume. All of this was fake pump tether print shit. I have to be blunt these days, because a lot of people on YouTube and everywhere else, they think they can get away with certain predictions about the market that don't make any sense whatsoever. This is the real big picture. Do you think we're going to break out and continue all this here? Or the support over here, the single point of support, do you think we are going to continue? But momentum, first of all, MFI is starting to point down. When it starts to point down like this, bad things can happen and will happen. Something like this can happen. So, but yet again, even if we come to over here, that's 7.5. That is 7.5 tops. Tops, people. That is 7.5. And there's some strong sell pressure here. A lot of people will get excited, enter over here, get trapped, will grind up against it, and then fall down and retest these lower lows or go even lower, because we need 1, 2, 3 an expanding falling wedge to play out. So I'm fully expecting this to actually surprise a lot of people and fall down. Now with this halvening thing that's coming up with Bitcoin, I don't know what to expect of that. It's a little different. We have some big boys playing on the field now. We have, you know, futures, we have all sorts of things. I'll tell you what's happening on 2-day time frame. We already could be looking at a money flow divergence over here. From here to here, it's got equal highs, and in order for us not to get a smackdown to the downside, we simply have to go straight up like this, all the way up back to where we came from. Surprise me, Bitcoin. Surprise me. If that happens, if this is really going to go up into May, all I have to do is wait a month. That's all. If this goes up into the halvening and it goes up, then we will all be up on spot value of Bitcoin, which is beautiful. That's what I want. Derivatives is mainly for shorting it, because you can't do that on spot. People, heed my warning right now. Look at this volume. What do you see? Like, seriously, man, what do you see here? Come on, guys, let's be honest. We all love Bitcoin, but what do you see? Just this. Do you know how big of a divergence this is? Volume is rising, price is rising, volume is falling. This is really bearish. This is the most bearish retest of all bearish retests. This means that because it's been pumping, the next phase of it is to start dumping, which means when the dump volume comes in, it will capitulate everyone, demoralize people. I'm ready for that. Bitcoin thinks it's smart. It thinks it's going to just keep scamming people. Not us. If you're patient, wait for it. There will be a confirmation on 6 hours right now currently. There's a very important metric to look out for. Notice momentum on DSR and the proximity to... See this one over here? The first one was a sign of weakness. Some sort of like little leg down, and then they recovered because people were excited to buy the dip, and, you know, confirming the support over here. Just like here. I'll give it one more, which I will short as soon as it crosses down over here. These steps. We're measuring the top of this down to the wick, 0 Fibonacci line, all the way down to 1 over here. I'm definitely shorting 8,000 if price ever goes here, but that is unlikely. Remember, this trend right now is type 2 trend. That's the retail trend. This is the counter trend. A famous system by Tom DeMarks, an indicator, a set of indicators called TD. One of them is TD sequential, used by Tom Bayes, the Wall Street guys, old school people who've been trading for a long time. They know what that is. It's included in DSR now. The premise of the indicator is to counter trade retail trends. I'll talk about it more, but the reason that it works the way that it does, roughly, let me just summarize. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive candles that just keep going up. It doesn't matter about the rules or anything like that. Just pay attention to this. When we have these candles going up, 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 what the big boys do is they start entering a short position. The higher the time frame, the better. Why? Distribution. Because when it was selling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, people start entering into sell positions. The big boys started buying. The indicator would tell you, indicated by this arrow, that we have a perfected setup. Perfected setup means that we're going to counter trade you guys. And so what they do, based on their analysis, is they will actually go against the trend. And I think psychologically it's the most difficult thing to do for people that are just starting out, or people who haven't spent enough time in front of the in front of their screens, or don't have the experience. I'm talking about the guys who had their teeth kicked in, their stomachs ripped open by the market. The kind of losses that taught them good money management, the kind of losses that made them persist and continue, push forward, not give up, the kind of losses that your relatives and your close ones and everybody else that know you around you will say that you are insane. Why are you even doing this? Stop it. The kind of people that don't give up. Those guys know that you go against the trend, and psychologically for them it's a lot easier because they just know they stick together, they join sides, you know. The rest of us, we break out here, we will join in on that breakout. It's a bull. How are you gonna have a bull market when we the bull market, like we just had the credit, like they're talking about Bitcoin entering a bull market now. We need to have an echo of this leg down. There are many people that are laughing. It's like, oh, you couldn't buy at 3K at 4K, ha ha ha. Now you'll be wishing that you know, you'll be buying at 10K. No, I'll be buying at 2K. My brothers and sisters, I'll be buying at 2K or even lower. It sounds unbelievable, I know, but markets simply do not work like this. Maybe this will be once in a lifetime historical event where we will simply reverse and go to 10K and 8K and 9K and like nothing happened, but I highly doubt it. I've seen this movie before. I remember the main lead character, which is the volume. Look at the trend flow on the weekly chart. It's just getting started. It's just getting started. As I'm looking at this, it's unsustainable. Not with this volume. Look at the volume going down and this price going up. Like, it's not. If you're thinking like me, contrarian, and wanting to short this, then you cannot be friends with Tone Vase. Let's just put it that way. Because this guy thinks that we've hit the bottom and that's it. That was the bottom.